Hi everyone, welcome to Intuitive Tuesday. Thank you for joining us again. I hope all of you are well and still keeping safe. Today we have another bullet reading for you. But before I did the readings, I set a very specific intention. I wanted messages to come through that will help you with your spiritual and personal development. So, take a moment to clear your mind and take a deep breath in and out. Think about all the numbers between 1 and 9. Which one are you drawn to? When you have your number, continue listening or skip to your specific number to find out what message from Spirit awaits you. Number 1. If you are drawn to this number, you are being asked to stop fearing the unknown and to just trust and have faith in an unfolding higher plan. You most likely are finding yourself in the midst of a lot of changes, especially when it comes to your relationships with other people. You might feel that some relationships are ending, or you simply don't have the energy or motivation to keep certain relationships going in your life. This is not something to feel bad or guilty about. It is not selfish, and it's not abandonment or betrayal. Sometimes it is necessary for both parties to move on, so that your energy and attention can be directed to people and projects that serves your higher purpose. I'm asked to remind you that even if certain things that you have worked towards or plans you made might fall apart, it is necessary for your growth and soul evolution. It can be very challenging and hard to trust in a higher plan when you're in the midst of confusion and chaos. But spiritually, you are strong enough to survive anything, and it is during these times that you need to have faith. Times where you need to surrender control and let go of the picture you have in your mind of how things should be. When you feel this way, remind yourself that all changes, good and seemingly bad, serves your higher good. Everything is happening for a greater purpose. You just need to trust that the universe will provide you with experiences you need for your spiritual growth. Blessings be upon you, number 1. Number 2. If you chose this number, you might be feeling torn between two choices or realities. You are asked to be patient with the process and to not force an outcome too soon. You will get through this wiser and more powerful. Try to see the positive aspects in the situation, because they are there. Lately, you might not have been feeling yourself. You might feel like your emotions are like a roller coaster, or that your mind seems scattered and that you are doing things that are out of character for you. Please make sure that you are grounded during this time and think before you do something spontaneous. You might have noticed that lately you've become more sensitive as well, being easily angered or feeling hurt by others. During these challenging times we are all going through, the mainstream media and wider community is operating in a fear-based energy. With your increased sensitivity, you can be more affected by this. If you have been feeling very negative, depressed, fearful, or emotional, this might be why. This negative fear-based energy needs to be transformed and released. So your message today is to do this by meditating, journaling, dancing, exercising, creating art, listening to music, or having a nice bath. Connect to your creative side and allow it to bring you back into balance. Blessings be upon you, number 2. Number 3. The message coming through for you today is about clearing your karmic debt. At this moment in your life, this is what you need to focus on for your spiritual development and growth. Usually when we hear the word karma, we immediately associate it with something negative, but we have to keep in mind that karma is not punishment. If earth is our school, then our karma is our soul's lesson plan. This can refer to karma from this lifetime and karma carried over from past lifetimes, or past grades if you were to keep with the school analogy. Karma serves a very important function. It is the way through which we grow and develop as a soul. Sometimes this happens through blessings, but most often this happens through challenges. These karmic lessons appear in the guise of painful circumstances or events that repeat themselves in our lives. You are thus asked to pay more attention to your life, challenges, relationships, and your finances. The harder the challenge or struggle, the more there is to learn from it and the more growth you will experience. I'm asked to remind you that you need to take responsibility for your own healing, but to remember that you are not alone. Your guides are there to protect and help you during this healing process, and they want you to know that you shouldn't punish yourself with shame, guilt, or feelings of unworthiness. Focus on forgiving others, and very important, focus on forgiving yourself. Blessings be upon you, number 3. Number 4. If you are drawn to this number, it might mean that you are either busy with some sort of spiritual training course or that you might be thinking of starting one. Whichever one it might be, you are most likely aware that your soul yearns for development and spiritual growth while simultaneously feeling the need to help others. If you aren't sure of what you are meant to be learning or how you are in a spiritual training at the moment, look at the situations in your life that are causing you the most struggle. This is where you will find your most important training taking place. How better to assist and support others with a particular problem if you've been in their shoes and struggled with it yourself? Learn from these struggles so that you can help others in similar situations in the future. If you are feeling stuck while working on a significant issue or challenge, and no matter how hard you try, it just can't seem to be resolved, you are reminded to reach out to your spirit guides and angels. Also connect with your higher self to see all aspects of the issue, and be patient. Use your spiritual practice, whether it is meditation, yoga, art, dancing, etc., to strengthen you through this training period. If you are feeling uncertain about your spiritual training path ahead, don't worry. Uncertainty is part of life, and sometimes we only see the puzzle pieces and not the whole puzzle. Trust that at the right time you will find your answers and intuitively just know how you can help and serve others. Blessings be upon you, number 4. Number 5. If you have chosen number 5, you might find yourself being pulled by 2 forces. On the one side, your old life, the life that has been and can no longer continue in that form. And on the other side, your new life that wants to evolve from the old. You are urged to let go of your attachment to what has been, with a willingness and openness to the new. It is time to question what has been, decide and cherish what continues to hold value for you, and to let go of what no longer serves you. If you pay attention, you will notice solutions and synchronicities that seem to come out of nowhere. But you have to be aligned to that energy so that the universe can bring these opportunities for moving forward into your life. To help with this process, you need some ritual and order in your life so that you can attract this energy. You are asked to choose a spiritual practice to engage in on a regular basis, and whichever you choose is solely up to you and what you're comfortable with. Maybe it's a daily prayer, meditation, yoga, spending time in nature. Find what works for you and do it regularly. Schedule that time in your day. Make it a priority. By embracing this new life, it doesn't mean that you have to push aside or forget about the valuable aspects of what already was or still is. The past holds and provides us with a lot of wisdom after all. It's about realizing the difference between what no longer serves us and what we can use in building a new future. Blessings be upon you, number 5. Number 6. If you were drawn to this number, you might find yourself at a stage in your life where you are becoming aware of a new truth, or starting to look deeper and see beyond what is presented to you. This might mean that you are starting to realize that a person, or a group of people, or cause are misleading you and others, and that they are not who they are pretending to be. You are developing your critical faculties and finding yourself becoming more aware and trusting your intuition. You are encouraged to continue with this and to look closely at the people you are surrounding yourself with, or the causes you are getting involved with. This is not about judgment or judging others. This is what's best for you and your growth. In the past, you might have let people into your life that took advantage of you and your kindness, or you might have been surrounding yourself with people who are operating on a fear-based or negative energy that is on a lower frequency than your own. In their presence, you might feel tired, depressed, stuck, and life seems harder and more challenging when they are around you. So this is about finding the right people to surround you with that will help and assist you on your journey. When it comes to society and the wider world, start using that critical faculties more and more. You might be presented with facts or truths that doesn't feel right or seem to resonate with you. Trust your instincts and do your own digging and research. Blessings be upon you, number 6. Number 7. If this is the number you chose, today's message and guidance has to do with family. Maybe you were the black sheep of the family, or the one who never felt like they fitted in. Maybe you felt misunderstood throughout your whole childhood, and maybe you still do. Perhaps you grew up in a loving home, but wanted to live your life in a way that your family didn't understand. Maybe they still don't. Maybe you have disconnected or lost contact with family members due to addiction or abuse. Whatever the circumstance, there are some things Spirit wants to bring to your attention. Firstly, your parents and family wasn't chosen by accident. These souls agreed to incarnate with you. They made sacred soul contracts to help you grow and evolve. If you had a very challenging childhood, you are urged to look at the lessons hidden away in the hurt and pain. You are asked to look at how much you have grown from those experiences and how it led you to where you are today. Secondly, if you did grow up or came from a family where you didn't quite fit in, you most likely found other people, whether it is friends, colleagues, your romantic partner, etc., where you do feel accepted and understood. The term family isn't reserved for blood relations. You can find the notion of family in other groups of people in your life that also help you grow and develop. So if you are feeling lonely and like an outcast, remember, from a higher perspective, you can choose your own family or soul tribe. And all you have to do is to be yourself, and like-minded individuals will gravitate towards you. Blessings be upon you, number 7. Number 8. If you are drawn to this number, you might be someone, whether you like to admit it or not, but often compare yourself to others. Therefore, the message for you today is that you should learn how to trust your own instincts without feeling the need to compare your life path to others. We didn't come to this earth to all be the same. Each one of us has a unique aspect or light that the earth desperately needs. And by dimming it or changing it to look like others, you are doing a great disservice to yourself and the people around you. Maybe as a child, your uniqueness and the fact that you were different weren't fully understood or valued. Instead, you might have been encouraged to conform or change so that you can be accepted and loved. You thus have been trained to be different than who you truly are. This can be a very hard pattern to break. Yet the message coming through to you is that now is the time to truly get to know yourself and learn to love yourself for who you truly are. The world needs your authentic, true self, and you need to hold on to that and not let it go because of others' jealousy or fear. Don't pay any attention to people who are going to try and intimidate you or project their own doubts and insecurities on you. Stay strong and true to who you really are. Once you do that, your unique light will reach those who are meant to come into your life. Those who will love and accept you for who you really are. Blessings be upon you, number 8. Number 9. So the message coming through for you today has to do with your spiritual talents. This can include the ability to channel spiritual guidance and healing energy, clairvoyance, clairaudience, etc. Some of these talents you've developed in other lifetimes and will come naturally to some of you during this one. For others, your talents might need a little more attention, practice, and patience. Sometimes the development of these talents are a bit more challenging because you might consciously or subconsciously have a fear of sharing them with others. Maybe in a previous life you've experienced isolation, shame, or even torture and death because others didn't understand them or realize that you were trying to help other people. Maybe in this life you are scared that others will reject or deny your talents, make fun of you or judge you. Or perhaps you don't even believe in your own abilities or talents and lack confidence to pursue them. What Spirit wants you to do is to build your confidence by keep on practicing and developing these spiritual talents. There will be times when you feel like giving up or times when doubt creeps in. Times when you feel your abilities aren't as good as those of others. During these times, trust that there is a lot of potential inside of you. Give yourself a chance to discover what you are capable of. Invest time in yourself. You are worth it and capable of great things. Blessings be upon you, number 9. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to listen to your message from Spirit. I hope you have a wonderful week. Goodbye.